Good morning. I'm Martine Brown, and every Wednesday we do our growth series where I teach you something new. In this season, the target audience, that means all of you, have said, Martine, keep teaching Canva. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm an educator of right at 21 years. I spent the first 10 working with high school and middle school students. The last leg of my career, I spent training and teaching teachers, principals, district leadership on how to use technology effectively. Then COVID hit, and I had to rethink through my entire life. Did anybody else have a similar experience where like COVID hit and you started rethinking everything? For some of you, that may have meant you retired. For others, that may have meant you went into a different field. For me, I switched careers. So I left public education and I moved into corporate instructional design. And then I was like, I need my own business too. So now I create training for corporate organizations, both online and in person. I also run the Paid Creative, which is my school community. If you're not a part of the school community, you are absolutely, totally missing out. And I do trainings like the one I'm going to do live today inside my community. Okay? Now, let's talk about a few things before we get started. To join my community, since we're only on TikTok, to join the community, you're going to go here to here. You're going to go to this thing right here, this thing, this right here. You're going to click on it, and it's going to take you there. Okay? That's how you get in. It pays to be in the community. Essentially, I want to help people. I've learned how to make money with my art, with my talents, and with my skills. And so I want to help other people do the same thing. Just help you make some money in whatever it is you want to do. Okay? All right. Let me read the chats. Oh, I see you, Miss Diane. Yeah, that 2020, man, that marks a turning point for so many people. Good morning, Claudia. And it definitely, it changed everything. I would not be in front of you if 2020 and the COVID pandemic wouldn't have happened the way it did. Like, it was like that happened and then everything else started to turn. Good morning, Miranda, from there. All right. So that's what brings me to you. I am a lifelong teacher. I've been teaching forever. Now I teach adults and business owners on how to make money with their talents and their skills. And I'm here to teach you Canva today. Thank you guys for sharing the live. Keep it going. Now, let's talk about these AI twins. For me, I freaking hated these twins. When we started doing these avatars about a year ago, I freaking hated them. Because when I would run these twins, and if you're like me, let me know. If you're like, yes, girl, yes, me. Okay? Write me in the chat if you was like, I keep creating these twins, and these twins do not look like me. So this was like last year or so. And yeah, the shirt is right. The tie is perfect. I don't know who the heck this is. Let me show y'all another one. The shirt is right. The skin tone is right. The hair is right. But I have, who the hell is this? I don't know who this is. All right. Now, I used a picture with me where the only thing it got right was the fact that I had these locks and the dress is right. I don't know who this is. And look, let me show y'all. All of these is supposed to be me. Let me be clear. All of these is supposed to be the same person, the same chica. Oh, I'm super excited there. If you've seen it in my branding, you know this is usually my expression. Who is this? There's nothing wrong with these, but they look absolutely categorically nothing like me. So I told Talia and Regina, it's like a year ago, man, you ain't go ever without, you hear me? you ain't gonna ever see a digital twin out here in these public streets with my face on it. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Okay? Listen, oh, Crystal nailed it. Crystal said, Crystal said she did an image and she stopped it because it was just too ugly. Same. So I will stop a render like, who is that? Who is that girl? That is not me. And so the tool, that was about a year ago. Okay. The tools have improved and they're not 100%. And some of you, I know you've been doing what all the influencer people say to do. You put the image in and then you say, make the image look 100% like the picture, and it still ain't working, right? You're doing what the influencers say to do, and it's still not working. It still don't look like you, right? I know, because the same thing was happening to me. But recently, I came up with a workflow. Let me make myself a little smaller here. And y'all, let me show y'all what I've been coming up with. And we're going to talk about what in the world this has to do with Canva. I have been this is how my images have been coming out lately. That look like me, y'all. That's me. I believe that that's me. It's a little scary how much that's me. So, Mr. Corey, you do have to make a decision because, bruh. Now, I'm a pretty brown skinned girl. My mama always told me so I believed her. And I've always had this pretty gap in the center of my mouth. And my mama was, she was gonna let me get the braces and have them close it up. And I told her no, because I was raised that, a gap was a sign of beauty. And on the continent of Africa, gaps were considered to be a sign of beauty. So I've always kept my gap. So not just where these images were not looking like me, but on top of all of that, they didn't even have my gap. Okay? And I think my gap is beautiful because I was raised to believe that, so I believe it. And it's true. So now, my stuff is starting to look like this. And I can this looks like me. It's not 100%. Mr. Corey, this is kind of close. But it looks like me. This one does too. What y'all think? Do y'all think this looks like me based on what y'all see on the screen? Let me play that. This one's probably one of my favorites. Because I'm like, yes, I believe that looks like me. All right, that's me being a little saucy there with my knee boots. All right, I see the yeses coming in. This definitely looks like me. Let's see what that one looks like. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so this week, I'm going to be doing a live work session, and I'm going to be helping people get the same results. Okay, but I'm going to show you what you can do with those results with Canva today. All right, so that's how it's all connected. This week, I'm going to be teaching a class. It is Saturday. It's a live work session. And this is called the Just Me AI Digital Twin. So I'm going to be teaching you how I got that. Because clearly, doing what all the influencers said to do and upload the image and copy the prompt and it's going to look just like you, that mess was not working for me. So I had to come up with my own unique process and steps so that I could get more accuracy. I do not promise 100%. None of my images are 100%. I promise 75 to 90%. Okay? And I'm very confident in that 75 to 90%. When you use my workflow, step by step. If you go in this class right now, so if you go get it right now, you can, by the end of the day, you'll have a digital twin because all of the coursework is already in here. Okay? So that's what I need you to know. Then Saturday, y'all see that? We're going to have a live work session. And in that live work session, we're going to talk about what's working, what's not working. I'm going to show you like a few more things I've learned since these recordings were made. All right, so since these were made, the good thing about my courses is that they're chunked into small pieces. So each video runs between 5 minutes to 8 minutes long. So you could do a little bit and then come back to it later. Okay? And I know you're saying, well, Martine, you said we were talking about Canva. We are. We're going to get there. We getting there. We getting there. But I got to give you a little background first. Okay? All right. Let's look at this one. Here's another one. I thought that one's pretty accurate. It made my teeth a little bit more gap than maybe it actually is, but I don't care. It's close enough. That's pretty good. I did a top-down view because, and I'll tell y'all why. I'm going to talk a lot about social media and why I do things the way I do them. All right, so top-down view. Another angle. Yes, most of my classes, especially my new classes, are going to be bite-sized. So no more you go buy a class and you got to sit through 2 hours of content. My classes are chunked. If you do one module on one day, another module on another day, by the end of the week, you will have the skills you need to have. All right? All right, so these are my clips that I'm going to be using today in Canva. As always, I like to start with the end in mind. And so what I'm going to be showing you how to do is I'm going to show you how to create content, how to create 15 to 20 pieces of content in less than 10 minutes. That's what I'm going to be teaching you how to do today. And we're going to use this AI B-roll, so all of my AI twins, to do it. Okay? That's what we're going to be doing today, because here's the deal. I love that you got these AI twins, those of you that have them, but what are you doing with them? How are they helping grow your business? How are they connecting you to your target audience? That's the question we have to answer, because it's nice to have one, but if you're not doing anything with it except for posting it here and there, then it loses meaning. All right, so that is where we're going with this. I'm going to take AI twins. I'm going to make short 5-second clips, or I've made short 5-second clips with my twins, and I'm going to show you how to create tons of content in less than 10 minutes. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for me to dive into leveraging Canva to create content. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for me to dive into creating lots of content in no time. All right. I see the ones coming in. I see the ones coming in. All right. So, let's talk about what kind of content I'm talking about. This is short 5 to 6 second content. I used to do this the old-fashioned way with my real self. I would create these little clips. I'd put the text on the screen, and then I would give the facts or whatever I wanted to share with my audience right here. All right, so that's typically what I would do. This is the way I would always do it. And you guys have seen this kind of content. It'll say 3 reasons why my marriage failed. Read the captions for details. Or 6 ways to use AI today. And they don't tell you the 6 ways on the screen, but they'll put the 6 ways in the captions. Are you guys familiar with that kind of content? Have you seen that kind of content? Let me know in the chat. Have you seen it? Where they'll put something on the screen, it's a very short clip, and then the information is in the caption. Alright, I see the yeses coming through. So I want to use my AI twin to recreate this experience, because here's the fact. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I don't have, I know these are short, but I don't have time to batch a bunch of these. I really don't. I'm always worried about, well, if I batch them, I'm gonna have to keep changing clothes, because I don't want them all to have the same t-shirt or the same blouse. And so I have found that by using my AI twin, I'm able to recreate that experience, like different environments, different clothing, different moments in time, like that. Okay? So if you are interested in learning how to create the twin, you need to join my community. Take the class. The class is already set up and organized. It's already set up and organized in small bits. And then Saturday, I'm actually going to be going live in the school to work to help you. Essentially, it's a work session. So I'm not going to be reteaching all of this, but I am going to help you figure out what's working, what's not working, and any tweaks that you need to make. Okay? So I've got all these clips right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've got some more, but I've got 8 in this folder that I want to turn into a video. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to Canva and I'm going to hit create. And I'm going to create a Canva sheet. Okay. I'm actually going to create Canva sheets. Now Canva this year released their Sheets interface, which is very similar to Google Sheets or Google or Excel. It doesn't do everything. I kind of call it a Google Sheets Lite. So if you, for my Excel people, Excel is the monster. Excel is the bad boy. It's the poop poop, can do anything. Sheets could do almost everything that Excel can do. Canva can do some of the things that Sheets can do, but it's really for folks who want the spreadsheet experience, but they're a designer at heart. Okay? So we don't have every single thing that Google Sheets and Excel has, but we have enough. Okay? We have enough to do what we're doing today. All right, so I'm going to open up a Google Sheet. And today I'm going to use Canva's bulk create feature and magic write feature to create some content. Okay, to create some content. Let me go. I got one more thing I need to pull. And then we're going to get into it. Those of you, listen, this is your moment. If you're wanting to get into this community, go ahead and hit that. Go ahead and do that now. Because I'm looking at the screen now. Mr. Corey, I let you in. All right, so we're going to use this spreadsheet to create our content. There we go. All right. It's missing a file. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is in column A, I'm going to write my on-screen text. So this column is only going to cover the on-screen text. And then in this column, I'm going to put my caption. Captions are the words that go underneath your reel. Okay. Then I've got a prompt. All right, let me copy my prompt. And then I'm going to highlight. I want 15 pieces of content. So I'm going to highlight this section. Then I'm going to go to Actions. And I'm going to go to Magic Write. And essentially, I'm going to ask Magic Write to give me 15 pieces of on-screen text that I can write about for my audience. All right. So it gave me my on-screen text. But look, I need the caption that's going to go with it. So I'm going to take my second prompt. And in the second prompt, it's going to give me the caption. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight all of these same 15 boxes. Okay. Then I'm going to go to actions. And then I'm going to go magic write. And I'm going to paste. And the second prompt essentially says, based on what's in the column A, write captions to go with column B. Boom. So now I have 15 pieces of on-screen text to go with my videos and 15 captions to go with it. Okay? All right. Now, if you want the prompts that I used to get this content, let me show you how to find it. Because I do have the prompts for you. So if you want those prompts that I use to create that content, you're going to go to Classroom, you're going to go to Premium, and Prompts for Magic Write, they're right there. Today's resources are right there. Okay? You do need to be a premium member of the paid creative. The premium access is $11. And in that, you're going to get all of my GPTs, all of my product analytics, so I stay on top of all the trends and kind of what's happening, and I create reports based on it. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 GPTs, plus all of the premium resources. So if you want those prompts, that's how you get access to those prompts, is with the premium tier. Okay? All right, so next I have my my on-screen text. I have my captions. Next, I need to go create my design. Okay? So when I go create my design, I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go back home, actually. And then I'm going to go to Create. And I'm going to create a reel. Presentation, Instagram, story. Let's see. I'll go to videos. There we go. And I'm going to create a video or a reel. Okay. Now, the cool thing about Canva is that they give you templates to work with. So you can always work with the templates that are available and pick one you like to get started. Okay. Now, for this, I'm actually going to use, let's see. Y'all know this is the hardest part. Always picking a template, right? It's the hardest part. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to delete the video that's there. And I'm going to put a Canva frame in its place. So I'm going to go to Elements. And I've already found this Canva frame. Premium, folks, you're going to, the frame is already in there for you. So if you're at Premium, the Canva frame is in there. All right, so then I put my, please don't start acting up while we're here. So I've got my text here. I've got my business information. I'm actually going to bring that down there. And I'll just write the paid creative. Okay. All right. So let's review what we have. So right now we have a sheet that has 16 or 15 pieces of on-screen text and 15 captions. Okay. We have a template that has some text. It has my name of my business and a Canva frame. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to use the bulk create feature to get all of that content on 15 separate videos. All right. Is anybody lost? Anybody have questions so far? Let me pause. Are there any questions? Is there anybody lost? Let me just pause for just a second. Okay, good. Thank you for that feedback. That helps. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to apps. And when I get to apps, I'm going to search for bulk create. Okay. And so what bulk create does is it allows us to connect parts of this image to, or parts of this design to the words in our sheets. Okay. So I'm going to go to sheets because that's what I used. And this was the last sheet that I worked on. So I'll select it. And then I'm going to select done. Okay. Then it says connect data to your elements. Well, I've got on-screen text and I've got captions. So I'm going to select my text here. And you see where it says connect data? I'm going to hit connect data and I'm going to connect to my on-screen text. Okay. Underneath here, it has some advanced options. I can create one design with multiple pages, or I can create 15 individual designs. I want one design and multiple pages. That's easiest for me. You'll see why. And then I can choose where I want to save it, and I want to save it in B-roll AI. So when this is done, it'll save everything in there. Okay. All right. So then I'll hit continue. And it's going to apply the data. And watch this. When I click on view design here, now all of that text is on all of those slides. But I know what you're thinking. What about the videos? I got you taken care of. Now I'm going to go to projects. I'm going to go to folders. I'm going to go to my B-roll AI. And then all I have left to do is bring in my videos and then move my text around. Guys, in less than 10, 15 minutes, I could have 15 pieces of content ready to go. What do y'all think about that? Let me know in the chat. What do y'all think about having? I need to change the color because the background's a little bright. Right? So now it makes creating your content that much easier. Let's see. And I'm not in love with the font. I'm going to change the font. But boom. We've got all that content ready to go. Content ready to go. Content ready to go. All right. This is less than 10 minutes. Let's go to this next one. I won't do all of these, but I just want you to get a sense of how this works, what you can do. Right? Now we've got all of these designs ready to go. Right? Now I'm gonna add another. Let's do 5. Let me do one more. All right, change the color because the color doesn't work. All right, then I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna actually go back here and I'm gonna take this caption here, copy it, and I'm gonna put it, there we go, in the notes section of this one. And I'm gonna show you why we do that. Then I go to this one. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna take that text, I'm gonna copy it. And I'm gonna show you why this is so helpful. This is another one of my little strategies to save myself some time. And what I like about this is in doing this, I don't have to worry about like taking time out of my day to change in and out of tops and bottoms and going out to the car and setting up my camera. Like I don't really have time for that. But this I can do in a few minutes at my desk. All right. So now I've got 5 days worth of content ready to go. Okay. All right. Now, I got to do some switcheroos. I got to do a little bit of switcherooing so y'all can see some things. So let's display camera off. Let's turn this off. So let me turn some things off so I can show you a few more things. Oh, I see it. Okay, let's turn this one on because I'm going to show you how I do this. I do most of this work on my computer. Okay, that's true. But here's what I do on my phone. Let's get this. Okay, you guys can see my phone, correct? All right, so when I go to Canva, let me just double check. Y'all can see my phone, right? Okay, so when I go to Canva and I go to my designs and I go access that design, now when I download, I can download just that first video, right? But also, when I tap on the video and I go to more. Where are my notes? I know they're here. I gotta find them, y'all. Give me a second. Where are my notes now? I found it earlier. I know. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find my notes. Okay, let's click on that. More. Y'all, I swear I found these notes now. You should be able to access your notes from your phone, even though I cannot find them anymore. Yeah, bear with me. I'll make an additional video since it's not showing itself right now. You should be able to, though. Because I was like, yay, the notes, but I can't find them. Making a fool out of me today. Okay. I'll go back and make a video. Oh, there they are. Look, right there in front of my face. So let me show y'all. I knew I wasn't crazy. Okay, so when I pressed it and that purple bar came up, I did have to get the purple bar. My notes are right here. And so the captions, all I got to do is copy and paste. Edit my captions if I need to. Edit, add, take away. Come on now. Now it's really showing out. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to have to take my phone out. Let me take my phone out the case. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me highlight everything. I don't know why my buttons aren't working. Okay, for some reason my screen is acting up, but you'll be able to copy everything here. Okay. Yo, I'm just flabbergasted with how my phone is acting up. That's only because I'm live. That's the way it works. If I wasn't live, it wouldn't be doing this. Okay, you will be able to, my phone's not letting me, but you'll be able to take all of this, copy all of it. And then as you go to upload your, there we go. See, phone acting up. Copy all of it. And then when you go to your tool of choice, when you go to your tool of choice, I know it's not going to show you on here. You'll be able to add your video. There's my video. You'll be able to go next, and you'll be able to paste that text right there. Okay? So once everything is set up on your screen, so once everything is set up here, you've got your notes here, you've got your images, you automatically layered your text. Then when you go to your phone, when you go to your phone, you'll be able to put all of that inside. So you'll be able to put your text here, your video here, and as long as your phone isn't acting up the way mine is, you'll be good to go. Okay? All right. So, do you guys let me know in the chat, do you think that you could automatically create your content like this? What do y'all think about that? Being able to systematically use B-roll to create. You say you could try? I think you can. I think you can, guys. Do y'all want me to walk y'all through that one more time? Oh, good. Let me know how it turns out, Casual Bling. I see you trying it out. I'll go through it one more time for you. I'll go through it one more time. So let me start from the beginning. All right. So to create bulk content using your B-roll film, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Sheets. when you go to Sheets, you're going to have two columns. One is going to be called on-screen text. This is what's going to be on the screen. This is going to be your captions. All right, I want to do this. It does well up to about 15, 20. Outside of that, you know, I wouldn't try this with anything more than maybe 15, 20 at a time. I'm going to go to Actions, and then I'm going to ask it to give me some on-screen text based on my niche and my target audience. I do have a prompt for you. It's inside the paid creative. So if you want my exact prompt, head on over to the paid creative, and you are going to become a premium or VIP member to access that content. All right. But I'm going to paste my prompt in here. And when I paste my prompt in here, it's going to give me, make sure I have my magic right. Paste. And then it's going to give me on-screen text that's based on my target audience. And then I'm going to take my second prompt, and it's going to give me the caption to go with it. All right, and essentially what these prompts do is that they give you a caption and on-screen text that work together to keep people watching your content. I'm going to go to Actions. I'm going to go to Magic Write. I'm going to paste it in there. And then it's going to give me the caption for each and every one of all right. Then I'm going to go to my template here because I prefer my template text is better. All right. And this will also be available inside the school. I'm going to go to Apps. And then I'm going to search for bulk create. And then I'm going to go Sheets. And then this was the last one I was working on, so I'm going to connect it to that sheet. And then it has the on-screen text. So when I click on this text right here, I'm going to connect the data. That data is going to connect right there. Remember, you need to decide, do you want one design with multiple pages or 15 individuals? I always do one design because it's easier for me to work that way. And then I always decide where I want it to go. So I want it to go inside this folder. I'm going to hit continue. And then it's going to magically create the 15 designs for me. And then all I have to do is, because I have a folder, I'm just going to pull in all of my my B-roll videos that I created using my AI twin workflow. Right, and then I just manipulate the text a little bit to get it the way I want it to be, which I think, in my opinion, is a big time saver. And then remember, I always go to the notes, and whatever captions were written, I put that in the notes so I can access it easily from the mobile app. right? That way, when I'm doing this from my phone, I could very quickly, very easily just bring all of that, bring the captions from Canva into TikTok or whatever tool that you're using. Okay? All right. What do y'all think? Oh, Ray, I agree. This will help you with the overthinking. You need to get the content out. Overthinking keeps a lot of us from moving forward. Yes, I will show you how I connected the sheet, the correct sheet. Yep, I'll do that. I went to apps. Then I went to bulk create. Yes, this is a huge time saver. Like I said, I used to do those videos myself. All right, so do you see here? Because this was the last one I worked on. It's right here, but you can also search. And then it just I use this section right here to connect. Okay? So that's how I did that. All right, y'all, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is this something you think you can do? Let me know in the chat. What did y'all learn today? What did you guys gain from this experience and learning how to use bulk create? Are we feeling more confident? My goal is that hopefully that you feel more confident about creating content, pushing out more content. Listen, take it from me. I know it's very annoying for your art. These AI twins not coming out looking like you. I'm here. I can help you with that. I never promise 100%, but I absolutely promise anywhere from 75 to 90%. Okay. All right. Are there any questions for me? Any questions at all for me? Let's wrap this up. Yes, you are going to need to practice. Crystal said, yep, I'm going to have to practice. Let's see. TD Design said, yes, that was a great refresher from when it first came out. Yes, this came out back in May. And so most of us probably haven't addressed it again. But I thought since we were talking about everybody's talking about these AI twins, I thought this would be a great workflow to help you go through the process of, I've got AI twins, I've got these AI videos, what do I do with them? This can be a very simple, direct, and meaningful way to create good quality content in not a lot of time. Okay? Good. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it was helpful. I'm glad it's more confident. You feel more confident about giving it a shot. Couple things. Crystal says she's going to have to watch it again. What you guys are going to learn coming live gives you a nice, good first look at this. Okay? But if you haven't already, make sure you're in my community. Make sure that you're in my community so that you can access the replay. Okay, to access the replay, you'll go to the classroom. You'll head over to freebies. And today's replay will be right here. Okay, you also have access to our previous replays. Now, full disclosure, these won't always be available in a free format. So make sure you're taking advantage of this free season because it won't last forever. This is where you're going to find everything. Okay. Then, if you want all of the additional resources, become a member of our community at VIP or at Premium. Premium is $11 a month. You get all of the GPTs. You get monthly product analytics. You get all of the community access. At the VIP tier, this is for folks, you're like, I need some help. I need some help. I need feedback from somebody who knows what they're talking about. I want to be able to ask questions in a small group. Then join VIP. Also, as a member of VIP, you're going to get access to all of the classes in my library. I teach a basics Canva class. That's part of my library. You'll get access to that. I teach how to create carousels. I've taught how to create Canva apps and to create them well, not just create them. I've taught that. I've got a full class on how to be more effective on TikTok. I became a TikTok affiliate in less than 30 days. This class helps you better understand TikTok so you can use TikTok effectively. And then this month, I have my live class, which is the Digital Twin AI. So if you were uncertain about how to create an AI, if you keep trying and you're like, this doesn't look nothing like nothing that I envisioned, then I recommend that you get in the class, work through the material. Hey, Cousin Johnny, work through the material now, and then show up to the work session with your questions, with your concerns, with your, I still can't get it to work kind of mindset. Okay, so if you do that, I think you'll have a lot of success. Then on top of that, you already been in here. So now you could take these AI twins and go build real content that you can use in your business right now. Guys, I'm here for you. I really do want to see you be successful. And the more access you have to me, the more I can help you.